All right, everybody. Today we're doing a deep dive into some really interesting Chinese slang.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to take a look at Rucor.
Uh,
And this is going to be really fun because, when you first look at the literal translation, it doesn't really make much sense.
right.
But there's a lot more going on here.
Absolutely.
So let's break it down.
yeah.
So like
显眼包
bag,
Yeah. Eye-catching bag.
what is that?
Well, when you think about it, the first thing that comes to mind is literally a bag that catches your eye.
Like a purse or something?
Yeah, exactly. Like a really brightly colored purse, or maybe one with a really unique design.
Okay, but obviously we're not talking about literal bags here, right?
No, not at all. We're talking about people.
People.
Yeah. But not just any people. We're talking about people with a certain kind of personality.
Okay, so what kind of personality are we talking about?
Think of that friend, the one who always brings the energy to the room, the one who's always got a joke to tell.
Yeah, I know that kind of person.
Maybe a little quirky, maybe a little different, but in a good way. They stand out, but not in a way that's like trying to be the center of attention,
Yeah, it's like they're comfortable with being themselves.
Totally. They embrace their individuality, and that kind of makes them shine in their own way.
Okay, so they're eye-catching because they're just being themselves, and they're kind of like a bag.
Haha, not exactly like a bag.
Okay, I know.
But teal captures that sense of someone who is memorable, who leaves a lasting impression,
I got it. They're memorable, they're funny, they're a little different, but they're good people.
Exactly. And it's interesting because this term really highlights certain cultural values, especially in China.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean?
Well, China's a collectivist society, right, where there's a big emphasis on group harmony.
Right.
So in that kind of environment, standing out too much, being too different, can sometimes be seen as, well, not a good thing.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like it could disrupt the harmony.
Exactly. But Hugh kind of flips that on its head.
How so?
It's like saying, hey, it's okay to be different, to be unique, even a little quirky, as long as you're bringing positive energy to the group.
So it's like they're given special permission to be a bit more eccentric because they bring so much joy and laughter.
Right. And that humor element is really important here. Humor is such a powerful tool, especially in a culture that values harmony.
Yeah, I can see that. It kind of like smooths things over, helps people relax.
Exactly. Or like social lubricants, easing tension and bringing people together.
That's such a cool way to put it. So Sius isn't just a label. It's a way of acknowledging the role that these personalities play in society.
Exactly. And, it wasn't always seen as positive. In some dialects,
显眼包
it actually had some negative connotations.
Oh, really? Like what?
It was associated with being too loud, too attention-grabbing, maybe even a bit obnoxious.
So how did it become positive then?
Well, I think it reflects how Chinese society has evolved, becoming more open to individuality and different ways of expressing yourself.
So as society changed, so did the meaning of the word.
Precisely. Though it went from being a kind of warning, like, don't be too different, to a celebration of those who bring light and laughter into our lives.
I love that. It really shows how language is constantly adapting to reflect our changing values.
Absolutely. Language is a living thing, constantly evolving.
So now I'm imagining group of friends hanging out.
Yeah.
And this,
显眼包
the group is cracking jokes, making everyone laugh. It's like they're the glue that holds the group together.
Absolutely. We can even see this in everyday conversations. Imagine two friends talking about another friend who's a classic. One friend might say something like, "Did you see what she did at the party last night?"
Oh my gosh, tell me everything.
And then they'd launch into a story about how this friend, did something totally hilarious or unexpected, something that just made everyone laugh.
And the other friend would be like, oh yeah, that's so typical of her. She's such a...
显眼包
Exactly. And there's this shared understanding that being a
显眼包
isn't just about being funny, it's about being authentic and creating a positive atmosphere.
So for everyone listening, think about your own group of friends.
Yeah. Think about it.
Do you have a
显眼包
in your life?
I bet you do. We all do.
Or maybe, just maybe, you've been the
显眼包
yourself at some point.
It's definitely something to consider.
Ooh is more than just a word. It's a whole vibe. It makes you think about how different cultures value certain personalities and how those values can change over time.
It's fascinating stuff.
It really is. And it leaves us with this really interesting question. Is there a perfect English equivalent for see you? Or does this concept reveal something unique about Chinese culture? Something to ponder?
Definitely something to think about.
All right, that's it for today's deep dive. Until next time.
See ya.